Okay. Pathfinder. Once again. I've already streamed it twice. Might end up being my most streamed game. Oh yeah, we want tutorial messages. So. Normal. Now, see, I'm not really sure about tweaking these. I played it twice, but I still don't really remember. But see, the issue here is that no matter what you pick here, it doesn't make any sense, right? Because even if you pick normal enemies, or even if you pick harder enemies, or even if you increase this, you know, truth of the matter is that the difficulty curve of the game is like, it's like this. Whee, yeah, it goes down. It's hardest in the beginning. It goes down, ooh, and then it like flatlines at the bottom, and then it like spikes up and becomes fucking impossible at the end. Oh, it doesn't really matter what you do here, because the D&D/Pathfinder system is just very poorly balanced in general, and they've also just, it's also just the nature of the game, right? Like, if you just go around doing side quests and shit, you get too much XP and then you're just too powerful. It's just impossible to be at a good spot, right? So we always start out super gimped, and then only active companions receive XP. Now, I'm not sure about this one, because disabling this will give you vastly more XP, but yeah, turn it on. Turn it on. This, though, keep it off. Last Aslanti mode, only one save slot. Eh. Ah. This one, Dead Companions Rise After Combat, it's like... yeah, it might feel kind of cheap to turn it on, but in reality, what does it do when they don't rise, right? If you have a spell to raise them, you raise them. Otherwise, you quick load. That's kind of the reality of the situation. That's why Death's Door is actually a good mechanic. But this is good enough. Let's start with that. So I did go looking a little bit for a portrait. Really hard to actually find a good portrait. But I did find one that seemed like okay-ish. Okay-ish. We're gonna play another male human. Face doesn't fucking matter, dude. So, I noticed that they've added a bunch of new classes to Call of the Wild. Since last time I played, it did not have all of these. Unholy Minion. An unholy minion forms a bond with a fiendish spirit. Spell Specialist. Spell Specialists are able to warp and twist the magic of their signature spells in ways other casters cannot. What does that even mean? And all kinds of like specialists kind of stuff, it only gives increased DC. It's very, very hard because I really like Magic Missile. And the original idea I had for this playthrough was to play like a Magic Missile Magus. But Magic Missile in reality is fucking garbage. And there are only a few ways to make it okay. That's playing like a dragon bloodline, or I don't know what it is, if it's like fire elemental or something bloodline. Because then you can give fire spells +1 damage, and then you can get +1 damage from another source. That way you can get magic missiles with +3 or +4 damage instead of just +1. And then they do pretty decent damage. Not amazing damage, but pretty decent. That's kind of what I played on my first playthrough. So I guess that would also be a little bit too similar. Brawler, this is just a monk without monk. Wild Child, Steelbreaker. Am I gonna play WRC? No. Totem Bonded. The Inquisitor is kind of cool in theory, but the judgments are it's just trash. You're basically just a fighter with extra steps. And then you run out of charges and then you just suck ass. Not a huge fan of this class overall. Investigator, I don't even really know what this is supposed to be. It's like a rogue without rogue. Just trap sense and shit. Doesn't feel like a combat class. Depends on what these talents are, I guess. When you can't see them, how the hell are you supposed to know what the hell you're supposed to do? Elemental Ascetic. I don't like the kineticist. It's too anime. I was looking at this first, but nah. First playthrough I played Sorcerer, Dragon Disciple. Which I really like. Necrocultist. Error Weaver. I don't really like the Psychics either. I was considering a Knife Master. But what do you even get as a Knife Master? Uses D8s to roll sneak attack damage instead of D6s. So in reality, this is just a Kukri class. It's not a dagger class. Last time I played Slayer. Which I didn't mind, I guess. But it was also not that interesting. See, some classes just feel like a fighter. But a fighter that's worse and is more complicated. Act Wizard. There's no Warlock. Was also looking at the Eldori Swordlord. However, it looks like it's actually kind of shit. Because you can just go Eldori Defender and you get everything. You get all the same things, more or less. And it's just better. And if you multi-class, you lose out on the Weapon Mastery capstone. It's pretty damn good. So I'm not really sure if it's worth playing Aldori Swordlord. Because like you get these weapon prowess things. I don't know what Dazzling Display does really. But like you get defensive parry here too. So the Aldori Swordlord kind of just feels like another way to dip into Aldori Defender. In a way. I think we're gonna go with Aldori Defender. Is that it? Something like that, I think. Need persuasion. I think I need mobility. Holy shit, you only get 2 fucking skill points? Damn, dude. Fighters, man. But now we get a bunch of starting feats here. I think there are some... I don't know if we get those now. But there are some feats that you can only take on level 1. At least that was the case with Eldritch Arcana, but I don't know if that's the case here. I did see that one, but... like this one. Were found in the wilds as a child. That seems to be like the only one. Weird. This is also... This is the best part, and it's the worst part about D&D and Pathfinder. Picking feats is fun, but picking feats is the single worst way to actually make a system. To like customize your character, it's so overcomplicated. It's like instead of having a real system, they have all these modular shit that kind of fixes it to some degree. I wanted to look at dazzling display. Demoralize foes. What does that mean? Pathfinder. Demoralize. They become shaken. -2 penalty on attack rolls. It's pretty shit, but it's also not that bad. Because it's a -2 penalty on saving throws in an AoE. That means that you get like a 10% extra hit chance with Fireball, for example. It's plus it's like an additional. You can stack it with like Blessing and stuff. So probably actually pretty good. We need weapon finesse. We need weapon focus. Dueling sword. And now we can pick Slashing Grace. Is that what we want? I think we want Slashing Grace. I mean, we can always respec if it fucks up. Weapon proficiency dueling sword. A dueling sword can be used as a martial weapon, but if you have the feat exotic weapon proficiency, you can use the weapon finesse feat to apply your dexterity modifier instead of your strength modifier to attack rolls. Okay. But not damage, so we need to take Slashing Grace for that. Dueling sword.
A mere flesh wound. Burn! Slice! Behead!
Defeat is not an option.
You're done for! We cannot be defeated.
Everyone counts on me. Enemy near. A solid plan.
I am superior! Spell's not working like that.
I'll go ahead. Time's not waiting.
Calm down.
So it comes to this. I sense
That's what you get. Not that I care. And
Their life ends here. I'm always ready.
let's shake a leg.
our time has come. Together we stand.
I won't give up. Forwards! Let us be off. This is my...
Let us bide our time. I feel faint. My skills exceed yours. Everyone counts on me.
Oh, they're so bad.
I lead. You follow.
This will hurt. We will be victorious.
This is like the only one that's tolerable. Lawful neutral is what we're gonna do. Lawful neutral. When's our birthday? 21st of... September.
I'll go ahead.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward. Heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Where are they? This is taking forever. It didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
So true, dude.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
One benefit of making a system where you have like actually good looking models is the ability to just use that model as the portrait, right? It's pretty difficult to do that.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
You're helping us found a barony. What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
What rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
The Lord Mayor's eyebrows rise so far he almost drops his monocle.
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Words, words, words. significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
We'll see. We'll see how we manage to fill a whole team without Amiri. Without Amiri and without Nera and Khalik. That'll be difficult. It's clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
That's an issue with games where you have 6 party members. Even though I think that's a better number than 4. It also makes it really hard to... Or I don't know, is it 6 or 5 in this?
Thank you again.
I think it's 6.
With all my heart for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Rostov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go and return in triumph.
That they need to have more characters in the game, because otherwise it becomes really hard to create your own party in a way that where it doesn't feel like you're like shoehorned into bringing certain characters, because a lot of them end up being not compatible with your character, role-playing, alignment-wise, and some characters are not compatible with each other. So it very quickly becomes a narrow band of characters you can actually use, which is bad, obviously.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
I'm Robin. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Wait, a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
I have nothing against Tartuccio.
Really? Well, alright. But I hope you change your mind. Alright. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Okay. What games is Jamandi playing? I'm not used to feeling like a pawn. Tomorrow our glorious journey begins. Are you ready? I hope so. I don't need layabouts on my team. I think anyone is worth talking to. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
As if to lend credence to Lindsay's words, a scream echoes from the hallway. Should have waited for me. You're not going anywhere. Combat. Oh, yep. Attack rolls, damage. Turn-based mode. Turn-based. Charging gives you negative AC, but gives you more chance to hit. God damn! Fuck that guy up. Start with a dueling sword. I do think we can use the chain shirt. Assassins are already here. Follow me quickly. Hold on. They got someone. We have to help. Look, they're running. Get them. And what shall I do with this one? We'll finish him later. He won't get away. Alright, let's charge this guy. Miss! Damn, bro.
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory. Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen lands. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Thanks for your present, Tartuccio. Hold on. Just interested. Yeah. Companions. Yep. Yeah, there's 6 party members.
All according to plan. I know what to do.
So now let's see here. That's how you do it.
Anything is possible. Serves you right.
Miss! Damn it, Lindsay. On combat, they can cast spells? Holy shit, bro. They can. Those spells are really bad. Ray of Frost. 1d4. Oh yeah, I thought it was an X. Like, no, you can't do this. But no, it's a sword.
You deserve
I can't.
it.
Yeah, there's supposed to be pop-ups above their head that show their health, but they're not there.
Calculated risk.
Leave this one to me.
Phew. 1 damage.
Any last wishes?
This will hurt.
Camera is kind of making me nauseous. Oh shit! Loot system that doesn't suck.
In due time.
It's the end for you rats!
Our victory is certain.
I wonder if Amelia can die there. That would be funny.
Just die already.
Bonk.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
The barbarian's face is distorted with rage. She grinds her teeth and sweat drips from her forehead. Noticing Tartusio, she swings her sword but stops it just in time.
Blood for Gorum!
Amiri takes a deep breath, then barks out, "Blood for Gorum." Swinging her bloody sword, she runs towards the sound of battle.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
Dude.
That is not far.
Here they are, the assassins. That's a lot of assassins, mate. This is your last chance. Drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. So generous. I'm afraid I can't offer you the same courtesy. Hey, you ugly mug. Get the... What in the hell's name is that?
Focus on the goal.
Passage is blocked. You can't make it through this way. Skill checks.
Anything else?
Aha, we did it.
This spell doesn't work like that.
Not a spell. What are you, Russian?
This is where I step in.
I wonder if using the crossbow would be better. I think it does more damage, and it might even have a higher hit chance most of the time than Ray of Frost. Ray of Frost is just total dog shit. Oh no.
Serves you right.
Out of my way!
Bonk.
This should do it.
God damn it.
You deserved it.
Can we turn that off? Camera to follow characters. Yeah, but that's not what I'm looking for. It's the combat autofocus. There are some things that pop up here in the difficulty. I think. Here, yeah. Show enemy HP. Always. Show enemy actions. Always. Show alignment requirements, show shifts, all of this shit. Combat text. Yeah, no. Here. Move the camera to the acting character. No. Always display enemy HP. There, now we can see.
Leave this one to me.
Oh shit! Oh.
As it should be. Time's not waiting.
Armory. I'm sure Jamandi wouldn't mind if we borrowed some weapons. Hey now. You don't want to do that. Cannot be opened without a key. Where's that key?
Applause, please.
There's the key.
All according to plan.
Encumbrance. We're not encumbered.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're
you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jaethal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
Juju eyes Jaethal suspiciously.
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do you mean undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Follow my lead. Interesting.
Interesting. Who's got the trickery? Lindsay. Of course.
Applause, please. I see something.
Check, please.
Anything else? Applause, please.
In due time.
What are you dallying for? I'm telling you, Jamandi's cache has to be here somewhere. Well, hurry it up before... Stop! Someone's coming!
Approaching.
Oh! And they really wanted to fuck up Lindsay. Let's see. Lindsay 5-foot step. And then shoot.
Last wishes.
A calculated risk.
Boom! God damn. Forgot how much they explode when they die.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Oh. Oh. Accidentally used the wrong thing. Oh, god damn!
Last chapter.
One shot at Lindsay. Nice miss, bro.
Just die already!
Where's your charge? That's what I was expecting to be there, not Divine Favor. She can't reach.
Unworthy.
This will hurt.
He is being flanked now. Lindsay is exploded. Jesus Christ.
Time to get my hands dirty again!
Shooting into combat, -4. Oh yeah, goddamn. And he doesn't get flanking bonus there.
Wretched things.
Level 1 D&D, man.
Let's try this way.
Come on.
Out of my way!
This guy isn't dead. There we go.
Leave this one to me.
Advance.
Holy shit, you lucky bastard.
Everything is so much fun with a little fire. What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
You sound like a Kelishite, am I right?
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to share a dinner and pleasant conversation, just say the word. I like making new friends.
There are assassins on the prowl. We have to go.
I don't know where you're heading, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
The tiefling salutes you and runs ahead nimbly.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Top up.
I am prepared.
Brutus, I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
Warp is lying on the ground, staring into the dark sky. He doesn't seem to have any severe wounds, but his trembling whisper is weak, as though he were at death's door. Quit the act, stand and fight, or I'll really send you to your final rest. That one's a little bit rude, but...
I can't hear you. I'm being taken away into the darkness.
Aren't you being a bit premature? Look at yourself, you've barely got a scratch.
That's impossible. Oh, it seems you might be right. It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god, not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Arim is at your service.
Okay.
Grotus awaits us.
It's a sacred fist. She's an inquisitor, sorcerer, bard, Eldori defender. A little bit crooked, but hey. It is what it is.
That is not far.
Would you look at that?
The heavy grate is...
As it should be.
We already stole too much.
All according to plan.
Yep, I just did formations.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere.
The stout man's unshaven face is covered with scars. There's blood on his armor, but he doesn't even seem to notice his wounds as he confidently gives orders to the guards.
Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
So better than fighting the Karen Brain? That fight was fucking dog shit, so yeah. Who are you? Where's the hall?
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
I'll go immediately.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
The tiefling girl starts off and dashes through fire.
May Abadar keep you safe.
In due
Fuck Abadar, dude. Fuck that guy. And so our adventure started, earlier and more tragic than we'd expected. The whole team who'd gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls, led by Robin, and not at all by that scoundrel Tartusio, no matter what he might have imagined himself. Jamandi Eldori was waiting for us, but to get to her, we'd have to march through fire. Literally. As we approached the burning building, we... covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound, blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back, if we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs, and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Robin led us stubbornly through the flames, while Tartusio did nothing useful at all. We'd made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall, when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I'd chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in that calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty. But now amid the smoke and flame, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burned, barely living guard in her arms. "There are two more," she shouted as she passed by us. "They are wounded. Help me pull them out." Tartusio grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Robin... rushed to save the guards from the fire. This is a terrible DC. Fine. Saving the poor fellows didn't take long. Together we lifted them up and carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her face. "Thank you. That was truly noble of you," she said. "And now let us rush to Lady Eldori's aid." Ensuring the guards we'd rescued were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall, where the battle was already in full swing. That tiefling seems more attractive than the ones in Baldur's Gate 3. Well, she's not made out of 3D. But I actually don't really mind that character, though I still don't really like the tieflings. We're not gonna use her this time. Oh, now we have Valerie. Valerie goes there. And you go here. Ward goes here. We're definitely gonna use Valerie. Shared stash. Trophies left. I mean, I didn't want to steal these. Reinforcements are already on the way. Say your prayers, scum. Oh shit! Don't kill me! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Tell me I have blessing. Alright, I need to turn on combat focus again. I don't like it, but I just think they're too much. Like that's my gripe. I don't like Giga High Fantasy. And I didn't mind the tieflings before. But now they're like, everybody's a fucking tiefling. And it's just... It's like everyone is Gandalf, it's just not interesting. Inspire courage. Blessing is a morale bonus. Inspire courage is a morale bonus. No, competence bonus to attack. Okay, good. So I don't think she can attack while she's doing this. But that doesn't matter because she sucks ass anyway.
Unworthy.
Bonk. Tartusio. Tartusio has freaking... Burning hands, but... also sucks balls.
Leave this one to me.
But wizards are basically useless until level 5. Like, completely useless. Combat expertise. Nah, turn that shit off. Ouch! Wait, he got a sneak attack on... Oh, because he's being flanked there. Oh no, he used protection from good. Alright, I'm gonna go in and we're gonna fuck up this guy with flanking. Fuck you. Right, bitch. Lindsay, stay there doing nothing. Like a good girl. Now we can charge some channelers here. Miss. Good. Great. Wait, what does it... Oh. Oh, sleep could be really OP here. I can't reach even if I walk forward. So let's fuck up this rift channel. Let's fuck up this guy. Oh. Yep. Can't charge? Why not? Alright. Fine, I guess. Fuck him up. Morale bonus on weapon damage rolls equal to half your level. That could be good. Dodge! Is he unarmed? He's not supposed to be unarmed. But I know why he's unarmed. Because the mod changes his class. Well, no, he is a sacred fist, right? And that is a war priest, so he is the right class, I think.
Wretched things.
Bonk. Tartusio. Now your time to shine, Tartusio. In burning hands, these motherfuckers. Pretty good combat track here too. This song is pretty decent. A lot better than the Baldur's Gate one.
Do not falter.
Oh, she won. I like how they... No. Oh. Charge should always be on 1 on all characters. Oh no, I'm feared. Fuck. God damn. Holy shit. Fear is simultaneously OP as shit, and it also is dog shit. It's kind of interesting because I tried playing a fear build once, and it is so atrocious because it's really good, right? They become feared and they can't do anything. But what happens is that the second you fear an enemy, the only thing they do is run away at full speed. Like, they're not standing there shaking or get like reduced movement speed or anything. No, they run away at maximum speed. And in this game, it's really hard to move and do damage So you can't catch up. Especially if it's a monster, because monsters are just faster than you, right?
Despicable.
Where did the fucking manticore come from? What's up with that? And the manticore is yellow, it's not even evil. Okay, so what do we have here? She has judgment. Sacred bonus to all attack rolls. Look them up. Is there also a separate effect called terror? Not really. There's like, you can become shaken and you can become frightened. Shaken is just a lower version of feared. And that one makes you, it just gives you a penalty, but it doesn't make you run away.
Unworthy.
So, I guess that's the one that you're looking for.
Time to get my hands dirty
Oh.
again.
Come on, kill the rift channel. Smite this asshole. Let's see. Vindictive smite, yeah.
This didn't work.
No?
Must be doing it wrong.
Okay, so this enemy hasn't harmed anyone. So I can't use it.
Onwards.
God damn, he has so many mirror images. She just fucks up everything. Does not give a shit. What is she even fighting there? Earth Elemental, okay.
Your life ebbs low.
God damn it! Why did you have to miss? Fear and terror are different in the sense fear makes it easier for enemies to flee and terror makes the effect of fleeing last longer. Okay. No, it's not exactly like that. I'm gonna try doing this. There we go. Fuck you. Oh shit. Sleep. He's gonna sleep himself. Oh no. Oh, this guy, you're so fucked, man. Now we can be vindictive. What? Really?
Stay behind me.
What a waste.
Now, this is something that I'm not a huge fan of. Like, now he's asleep, right? So what's gonna happen is that the second he stands up, he's gonna trigger attack of opportunity from every single character that's nearby. And you might think like, yeah, that makes sense, right? But the issue is that because standing up triggers attack of opportunity from everybody, that means that the best strat for melee damage is tripping enemies. Because then they fall over. I'm not sure if falling triggers attack of opportunity, but when they stand up, they definitely do. So you just trip enemies over and over and over again, and then they take like triple, quadruple damage depending on how many people you have in melee range.
Serves you right.
Good job, Lindsay. Let me loot the giant. Here.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger. And that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
But that, because they're like small things like that can really affect how enjoyable it is to make certain things, like certain builds and whatnot. Like if you're playing a ranger or a druid or something, and you then want to pick an animal companion or a shape-shifting form, and you have like this idea of what you want, but then you realize that if I just pick a dog or a wolf, every single time that they attack someone, they will get an automatic trip attack or a trip attempt. So every single time they attack, they will attempt to trip somebody, which just makes them like the ultimate pet. Like, I don't know if any other pet is as good as a wolf when it comes to that. Just like by their virtue, like of just raw damage or something like that. Like I don't think so.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
Take the ring from your pocket. You mean this ring? The one you gave me?
Yes. Such a gambit would be typical of Iroveti and his henchmen. And yet, it still seems suspicious. There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
The tiefling is obviously embarrassed.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand, he's got the eyes of a spy and the mug of a spy.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
Forgive me for the trespass. In my defense, we were in the middle of a battle and in dire need of weapons.
An attack is no reason to break into rooms in someone else's house and pocket their property.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril, until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
It is insane when faced with death to stop and question whether you may be breaking some law or rule. Even more insane would be to ask forgiveness for making the right decision. Sorry, but your words display a lack of wisdom.
Wow.
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
Wouldn't have saved them without good reason. Dead soldiers are useless, but the wounded could still help Keston defend the mansion.
Cruel, but true.
A good FTP game, I know, right, has a meta in which you deal huge amounts of damage and prevent bad effects happening to your units by continuously stunning or binding with weak units. I'm not sure I know what an FTP game means.
It was perfectly reasonable, just the way a leader should think.
How could you say such a monstrous thing? Is that the way the hero of my book would talk? You sound more like a villain.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy...
Oh yeah, free to play.
great. Here's what we'll do.
It was the T
Teams will
that
head
threw me
out.
off.
That way, I'll know at
Instead
least
of a
one
2.
man can be counted on to serve my interests in the Stolen Lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who are to set off for the Stolen Lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If my leader allows, I would join his team. He seems a worthy commander in my eyes.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
I like how our leader does things. Efficient, and without unnecessary spiritual agonizing. I'll go with him.
You?
Efficient? I'd say heartless. Would the protagonist of my book do such a thing? No. I guess I'd better go with Tartuccio.
You go with Tartuccio? What the fuck?
As for me, I know neither of these 2. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the Stolen Lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the Stolen Lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navakta's Crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Levitin's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
Tartuccio might as well be called Iago? That's the parrot from Aladdin. I don't know what you're referencing.
I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patox. But you should know that it isn't just Patox we need to worry about. The royal house of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless. And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
Also that Shakespeare guy who got the king to kill his own wife and famously offered to stab people. Okay. Up.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, Stolen Lands. Heroes are on the way.
This is inaccurate. She is not even with us right now. Map movement. Yep. Oh shit. Stop. Level up. Mobility, persuasion, and we get one more thing. Should that be? Lore, knowledge world, I think. Yeah, like things are happening right away. the whole they're splitting up the team thing in the beginning is actually kind of neat. And you have a goal right away, like you're going to the Stolen Lands to try to tame it. And then it like you kind of have to go with it there, but it's like you have a goal right away. In Baldur's Gate 3, you're just like, your only goal is randomly wandering around and like maybe trying to find someone to cure your parasite, which is like obviously futile from the first time you attempt it. What should we get now? Dodge? Quick draw? No. Piranha Strike. That's power attack. Does that lead to anything? Can you even get cleave? No, you can't. And see, this is also like, it's just so, the system is just so fundamentally flawed, right? Like, you can play a dex fighter, but it's just so much worse than a strength fighter in pretty much every single way. The only bonus you get is that if you play a dex fighter, you get a little bit of extra dex on the skills, right? Like you get more dex on mobility, trickery, stealth, so you can do some stealthing. That's where the benefits end, really. Because you lose out on cleave, and you don't really gain anything. Like, you don't get any benefits, really, for being a dex fighter. Like, you even lose out on feats. Like, you have to pick weapon finesse. You have to go specific classes that work with it. You have to take slashing grace to get your dex on damage in the first place. It's just so weird. That's why I think D&D 3.5 is the worst RPG system ever made, because it's super clunky, you can't do anything fun with it. And the only thing Pathfinder really does is that it just adds like a lot of extra things that you get with a class, right? So it makes the class itself a little bit more fun because it has more things. It also makes it more powerful, which is a problem because you already get too strong in D&D. So here you get even stronger. But what this also does is, like, you get really powerful abilities at the end here, and that makes it really hard to multi-class as well. So you, like, playing a fighter wizard is a waste of time. If you're gonna play a fighter wizard, then you should play a magus, because it's a cross-class fighter wizard. Now I'm not really sure what to get. Should we get Eldori Dueling Mastery? Think so. Yeah. Sure, I'll get Piranha Strike, but Not right now. Not very good. Power attack is the only reason to use power attack is to overcome damage reduction. Otherwise, if you have to choose between having a 95% hit chance or having an 80% hit chance with more damage, the 95% hit chance is always better unless there's damage reduction involved. X-Fighters tend to be the one of the favored meta in other non-D&D fantasy games. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, yeah. Now, you don't need to have this. You can? She's not a wisdom character. How are you ever a good paladin? Well, I guess charisma. Yeah, okay. Yeah, charisma is the paladin stat in this. You wanna keep having this? Or we can always re-spec her later. It's really hard to tell what you want. What are your saves like? Fortitude, reflex, will. Let's get more will. Will save. That way she won't get dominated. Solo tactics. She can activate this ability as a swift action and gains the benefit of it for 1 round. She can use this ability a number of rounds per day equal to her half her paladin level plus her charisma modifier. But she doesn't have any tactics stuff. She is an Inquisitor. I really dislike that, because the Inquisitor is a piece of shit. Just really don't like it. Gets teamwork feats and stuff, and they're just... The teamwork feats aren't very good. I wonder what I would prefer her as. I don't want to have her, but... Maybe a war priest or something. War priest or literally just a cleric, something here. Undead lord. Divine scourge. Literally anything that isn't Inquisitor. But let's not bother with that. Ability, perception, trickery. I don't need everybody to have persuasion, bro. Choose one spell. Divine favor, inflict light wounds. Now, taking Bane is a waste of time. Otherwise, I kind of like that idea where you can have a cleric that is the opposite, right? You use Bane instead of Bless. Bless gives you +1 to attack rolls. And Bane gives the enemies -1 to attack rolls and saving throws. But the way the system works is that you can't do that. It's that simple. You can't do that. It depends more on how necessary it is needed for outside combat to help get the results you want in conversations. Well, I mean, it depends on the game, right? This game is kind of... You're supposed to have all the skills. Because all the characters... They kind of help each other. It's not like in Baldur's Gate, where if you are talking with your main character, only his stats matter. Or if you're if you're trying to do something, only like the character who has that matters. In this game, it's if you have that skill in your party, then you use the highest stat, right? So if you are trying to do persuasion, you only need one character who is good at persuasion, and that means a charisma class, like a paladin or whatever, generally. But you can just put some points in charisma on your main character. That's what I do in general. Or try to play charisma classes like sorcerer or paladins or some clerics. But you can also just rely on another character for your persuasion. But you don't need to have like everything on your main character. It's not that bad. But yeah, here, Bane, the issue with Bane versus Bless is that Bless always works. Because no one is going to resist Bless in your party. While Bane, enemies have a saving throw against Bane. And the problem is that the save that they have to do is only based on Bane's level, and it's a level 1 spell. So after you get to like level 5, 7, Bane starts becoming like, it's gonna have like a 30% hit chance or something. It becomes ridiculously easy to resist this. Like even now, it probably has a maybe 50% or less chance to apply. Which means it's trash, because it wastes an entire round. Use. So it's pretty much never worth being like an offensive debuffer versus being a buffer. Or just doing damage. And that's why the D&D system is atrociously horrible. Pathfinder as an extension as well. Protection from alignment is useless until you get protection from alignment. People. Let's give her Bless. What is her? She's neutral evil. Amiri is chaotic good, I think. She is an invulnerable rager. It's like the worst class in the game. So bad. Athletics. Ability. Or nature. Who cares? Swift foot, spirit totem, reckless stance, lethal stance. Animal fury. The barbarian gets a bite attack. Now, how does resistance work? Let's see here. Kingmaker, resistance. Damage reduction. I don't know why, but I remember damage reduction being like total dog shit. It's just because it's so low. Like when you're level 20, you take 10. You take 10 damage less per attack. It barely affects you at all. And here you get 1 point of fire resistance. Level 18, you have 6 fire damage reduction. And now it just doesn't do anything. It's so bad. Neutral evil girl did not go with midget Yago? No. It depends on your choices what you do. Who you get in your party. More speed, reckless stance, lethal stance. Gains a +1 competence bonus on melee attack rolls and thrown weapon attack rolls. See, this competence bonus thing as well is an issue because you have to keep track of those descriptors. Competence bonus. If you have another buff that gives you a competence bonus, then they don't stack. You have to stack like competence and sacred and morale and whatever, but you can't stack 2 competence bonuses. You only get the highest one. So if for example lethal stance gives me 1 and I have a bard in my party who will give me like competence bonus with bard song or something, then this is useless. Now I don't think that you get a competence bonus from that, but I'm not really sure. I don't know what to fucking give her. While raging, the barbarian gains 2 claw attacks. Which is useless because she has a weapon. Animal Fury, she gets a bite attack. The bite attack is pretty good. While raging, the barbarian grows a pair of large horns, gaining a gore attack. Last time I just gave her all the resistances and it was fucking awful. Nothing. I'm gonna give her lethal stance. Okay. You're done leveling. There is someone on the road. Get ready. Bunch of dogs. Oh my ass. Doggies. Bonk. Undead. You're already raging? Turn off power attack, dumbass. She only had to roll 2 or higher and she missed.
Let us strike as one!
Can't reach the charge. I'm gonna go in there.
A calculated risk.
Bonk. God damn.
them apart!
There we go. Rest. Failed? Failed to skin them? Okay. Oleg's trading post. Enter.
Follow my lead.
Save yourselves, fools, huh?
You have my attention.
Enlist, don't hesitate.
No mistakes. That is not far.
In the name of the Stag Lord, the lawful authority in the stolen lands, we demand this week's tax and some beer. And where's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us dinner. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, we're just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over the money and we'll be on our way. You want to drink some of my blood too? I'm sick of you. You're like locusts. You think you control everything around here just because you put up that painted rag of yours. You come here, squeeze us dry, and come lawful neutral, attack. My task is to clear this land of bandits. I'll start right now. Retreat! We're too few for a fight. Let's call for help from the camp. No way. Just means we can rob a few idiots instead of just one. To arms, everyone. Listen to that guy. He went invisible. Do you want to leave this option enabled? No. Charge! I mean, it's kind of dangerous to charge, but it's also OP. Charge! Oh, he survived a fucking crit? Holy shit, this guy is insane. Amiri. Rage is a free action, I believe. No reason to not rage. Where is this bastard? Did he disappear?
Wretched things.
Yeah, that guy, yeah, he bailed. He didn't just become invisible. Take that, you scoundrels! Oleg shakes his fist. But now, he scratches his head and stares at the ground gloomily. The girl got away, a plague on her. She's certain to complain to the Stag Lord. They came before to collect taxes, but this time they'll come to punish treason. Now what are we to do? He sighs heavily. If only I could send Svetlana somewhere safe and show those rats what's what. Svetlana. He notices a fair-haired woman approach. Dove, why are you here? I told you to stay hidden. It's all over. I saw it. I just needed to be sure you were all right. The woman looks at her husband tenderly. if with a hint of sorrow. Oleg mumbles something as he looks away, embarrassed. My name is Svetlana. I am sorry your arrival to our trading post turned out so unwelcoming. Let's get to the point. You say the bandits are going to attack again. Who are they, and when will they arrive? Oleg waves his hand sullenly. Who are they? They're the Stag Lord's gang, that's who. These lands teem with bandits like bedbugs in a beggar's hut. And you just stirred them up. They have a camp not far from here. I expect they'll return in full force in half a day, maybe less. The Stag Lord won't take an insult like this lightly, and his henchmen are more like demons than men. They claimed they were collecting taxes. Why? For the Stag Lord and his cronies, of course. That Stag Lord fancies himself a king in these parts. He may have antlers for a crown, but all the troublemakers around here are happy to follow his orders as long as they're paid. So they charge an arm and a leg as taxes, and they call their executions punishment for treason, even those who never swore allegiance to the Stag Lord. They're killed fast if they're lucky. If not, Oleg looks to Svetlana. Dove, why don't you go start supper while we finish our talk? I've no need to be protected from dark talk. I'm not some blind kitten, you know. I've seen what they do to people. Svetlana lowers her head. Most of the gang is made up of simple bandits, though there are a few monsters among the leadership. Hiccup. Especially those close to the Stag Lord. Ox and Dovan from Nisrock come to mind. They like to make a show of their tortures and executions. And my husband and I, we saw the bodies. You have nothing to fear. I'll help you deal with the attack. Well, I appreciate your good intentions. I may not have the best manners, but Oleg Leviton is the last name you'll hear accused of being ungrateful. If we manage to defend this post, I'll reward you proper. We have to hide Svetlana. Please don't argue, Dove. Now we also need to decide on a plan. Go ahead and look around. There may be some tools that can be used for the battle. There are some pretty solid traps around. Some tar and a box of alchemist's fire, looks like. Alchemist's fire? We could put it by the gate, light it off with a burning arrow when those bandits are nearby. But that could set the post on fire, Oleg shouts, surprised. Well, maybe if we covered the walls with something to protect them. All right, yes, I think it could work. I'll even shoot the arrow myself. I used to be pretty good with a crossbow back in my day. I'm going to look around. Think on the best way to use the tar and traps. Alright, soon as you're finished, let us know. And don't leave the post. The bandits could return at any time.
In due time.
Use traps to help catch the bandits. Potatoes?
All according to plan.
Hello, Balkan. Welcome back. A frail, disheveled old man wears a stained and tattered robe. Wearing a stained and tattered robe gives you a gloomy look. I'm Balkan, local herbalist. What brings you here? We could use your help fighting the bandits. Where's this coming from? You want an old man like me to fight? Here, take this potion. Consider that my help in your fight. A coward's excuse. How predictable. Tell me about yourself. What's there to tell? I'm an herbalist. Make potions and sell them. Gather herbs, roots, berries, bulk and size. I live in the forest. Live off the land. Since leaving Restov for these parts, I ended up a merchant here at Oleg and Svetlana's post. They let me in out of kindness, help me with things. They bring me water or firewood when it's cold, and the occasional barrel of honey. They're good people. We'll talk later. Where's the tar? Homie, I need some tar. I don't have any ranged weapons, however. I could have a ranged weapon, but... basically pointless. He already has a longbow. It's a composite longbow. That gives you strength bonus, I think? Yeah.
Keep your hands off my sword!
So retarded. Razors. Unidentified item. Banded mail. Chain mail, medium armor. Miri has hide armor, which is the worst armor in the game, I think. Oh, you're fatigued? Where's the fucking tar, mate? No tar here, bro. I'd like to see your goods. Holy shit, that weighs a lot. God damn. How many bandits are there? What do they want? What do they want? Where's the tar, man? Where's the tar?
In due time.
Okay. Spill tar near the trading post entrance to help slow down the bandits. I remember being annoyed here because it was like trash to do it on any of these things. Not rest you. And prepared for the attack. Get in your positions and wait. What can you tell me about the man who ran away from the post and came back? That must have been Bokken. He sells potions. He lives out in the forest like a hermit, but he comes here every day. He knows every tree and bush in the area and how they can help you. The Stag Lord's gang wants him to work for them. He lacks the courage to fight those bandits, but he won't just walk away from us. He has a good heart even if he grumbles a lot, especially recently. I'm prepared for the attack. Get in your positions and wait. Fear not. I'll stand between you and this scum. You're under my protection. Amiri flexes her shoulders. Finally a fight. Was bored with all the talking. I see you're not easily cowed. I beg you, be careful, and please don't let Oleg do anything too risky. Svetlana, go hide inside. We're going to go meet our guests. God damn, they got fucked up. Oh, I didn't equip my things. I wanted to shoot them with the bow. But now I can't. But you can? It just costs movement to change weapon? It's not a big deal. But playing... See, that's what I want to play, really. I want to play a hybrid melee ranged character. But it's dog shit. So... whatever, I guess.
Despicable.
Yes.
This will hurt.
Bam. Oh, there are still more. Okay. Good, good, good. All of them are gonna miss the traps. Never mind. You walked right into the trap. Don't trip. Nice shot, Amiri.
Advance!
Let's try this way.
You really gotta increase the speed. They are so slow. Hello, Ocab. We're finally done with the good game, and now we're playing the bad game instead. Wait, no, it's the other way around.
This didn't work. I must redo it.
Can you get down there without tripping? Nah, just keep shooting. God damn, you're so shit.
Unworthy.
What difficulty? Normal, slightly tweaked up. The normal settings are like reduced damage and stuff and reduced crits, but I changed that to normal. The difficulty curve of the game is so bad that no matter what difficulty setting you're playing on, it's always bad. Oh. Needs to be a cover accuracy bonus. Always easy, just make an OP tune. Yeah, it is always easy. That's the problem. In the beginning, it's too hard because you keep running into like level 7 monsters. But then once you're like level 4 or 5, the game becomes giga easy. And then for the rest of the game, you're just like clicking on enemies and they just get evaporated.
Wretched things.
Did you sleep? That's true. That's true. It is just like Baldur's Gate. In fact, sleep is stronger in this game than it is in Baldur's Gate 1. And in Baldur's Gate 1, it is super OP. I'm overburdened. Because here you get 4 attacks of opportunity when enemies stand up. Oleg is breathing heavily, but he shakes his fist in the air menacingly. You rats got what you deserved. Now they'll know better than to treat honest people like cattle. We should call Bokken out before he freezes in those bushes. Now, my lord, head on up to the guest rooms on the 2nd floor. You deserve some rest after such a battle. I need to clean things up. And this is for your efforts. Now don't offend me by trying to turn it down. Just take it. An honest fight deserves an honest reward. If that were more common practice in this world, I think life would be so much better. Teamwork feats are terrible. They're dog shit. Except for Phantom Trip. And like maybe 2 others. There's one that gives you like precision damage. That one isn't very interesting. But then there's the one that gives you... I think there's one that gives you like actual attack bonus. Phantom Trip and that one. Those are good. But the other ones are like pretty shit.
That is not far.
Extra attacks. Yeah, that one is pretty good. Yeah. Well, it's pretty good super late game. It's before then you don't really crit that much. But when you do start critting with a fighter, you crit like 24/7. I'm glad it's all over, even if there was a fight. We'll talk tomorrow once I've finished working. Okay.
An expected result.
Give it all to me. Robin, I found out your favorite saying. It's dog shit. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. There's a book. Go to bed. You wake up from a nasty dream that tortured you almost all night long. In it you saw a wall of unnaturally thick fog that surrounded you, slowly moving closer and closer. A quick look out the window, and you find out that the fog was not a figment of your imagination, not a dream, and then...
Hear me. Please hear me. Can you hear me? Please.
The half-transparent outline of a beautiful nymph appears before you. Even in this ghostly form, it's clear that she's exhausted. Her shoulders are slouched and her large blue eyes burn within her pale face. Her voice is barely more than a whisper as she reaches toward you. It seems that only you can see or hear the nymph. Be gone, spirit. I've had enough of you.
No, please. This fog melts my power like snow under the bright rays of the sun in spring. I know not if I will have the strength to call to you again. We have a common enemy. Help me, and I can help you.
I'll handle it on my own. Farewell.
Just know that somewhere in this forest lies an old house. In it is the key to the mystery of the fog and the secrets of the Stag Lord, your enemy. The bandits in the camp near the Thornford may know the way. It matters not whether you want to help me. The answer lies there. Farewell.
Nah, no tieflings. I'm playing a racist lordling, and I'm gonna get rid of all of the orcs and the undead and all of the trolls and, you know.
Follow my lead.
Yeah, I know Kineticist is OP, but it's also like the most boring class in the game. Actually don't like it. Good day. I hope you're feeling alright after that battle. I can't thank you enough for what you've done. I definitely don't want to waste your time, but if you have a moment, I have a request. 2 in 1 quirky girls? That is true. That is very true. And they have the quirky girl drama. What did you want to ask me? Svetlana lowers her head. This is a very personal request, and maybe not important enough for your time. I completely understand if you say no, but the first time the Stag Lord's thugs came here demanding money, they also took my wedding ring, just tore it off my hand. It's just a trinket really, but it meant so much to me. I remember every moment of the day Oleg came to me, that ring in hand, to ask if I'd marry him. I was standing in a fancy dress on the stairs of my father's home, fearing that I'd misheard something or that I'd say something stupid and everyone around would laugh. Svetlana interrupts herself, shaking her head gently. If you happen to find my ring among the bandits' possessions, please bring it back to me. It's easy to recognize. My name is engraved inside the band. Svetlana drops her eyes, lowering her voice. There is one more thing. Among the bandits there's a dark-haired woman who wields dual axes. She is not bad in a fight. In fact, she can be extremely dangerous and cruel. But please, I beg you, show her mercy if you have the chance. I can't promise anything, but if I do come across your ring, I'll return it to you. I understand. I appreciate any effort you put into it. Or the quirky fox? Well, oh yeah. You can't even make it through first dialogue with her. Like, she's just terrible. What can you tell me about the Stag Lord? He's not just some average bandit. If no one puts a stop to him, he'll turn the stolen lands into his personal kingdom. A kingdom of fear and oppression. It would be a kingdom of lawlessness. Once I've dealt with the Stag Lord, your life will improve. Fear always follows power. It would be naive to think the Stag Lord is so much different from any other ruler. Svetlana lowers her head. You may be right, but life without hope is just too bitter. I have to go. Farewell. Now here you can hire mercs already, but I will see if we can do without mercs. Actually, so insane they didn't change that. It's got to be one of the worst character intros I've ever seen in an RPG. She's so yeah, by far. She's kind of fine afterwards and has some very interesting stuff going on. Otherwise, with requests. Homie's trying to make me pick her next time I play. If we end up playing this. This game is very long, so. Greetings. Oleg seems to be in a good mood and greets you warmly. You certainly ruffled those villains' feathers. Well, anyway, new day, new troubles. Have you seen the fog? Never seen anything like it before. The road to Restov looks like someone spilled milk and it just hung in the air. I couldn't see anything through that soup, not even with a torch. Feels like witchcraft to me. I'd bet the Stag Lord's involved somehow. Rumors say he deals with all kinds of bad magic. You're aware, Oleg. Yep, take it, bitch. Yeah, I saw they were releasing something. There's 2 more coming out? Jesus Christ. Well, I guess we'll see. This game is super long. It's like 120 to 140 hours. It's one of the longest RPGs that exists, so... I get a masterwork dueling sword. How much money do I have? Okay, there. Yeah, sure. One is kind of like Varnhold's Lot. I don't hate Varnhold's Lot because I think like the story is bad or anything. I only hate it because the encounter design is fucking terrible. The encounter design in all of Varnhold's Lot is so fucking overtuned. You basically have to go in and just insta-destroy everything. Otherwise, it's just horrible. Yeah, I can't move because I don't have my party members. Can you buy... But it is insanely overtuned. That's the only real issue with it. Otherwise, I actually really like the writing. I don't remember his name, but no, he doesn't sell that. I like both Barn and his wizard right hand. I like both of those characters. I need these. I think I might need those. And I think you need like these, remove curse, but we'll see if we can just avoid being cursed.
In due time.
Can I help you in any way? Walking glances at you, suddenly interested. Well, since you're asking, there's a cave nearby. I used to pick berries in there, but the place has been overrun by spiders. The berries are red, look a lot like raspberries. Fangberries, I call them. I'd be real grateful if you gathered a basket of them and brought them back. Just be quick. If you do, they spoil quickly. Those spiders in the cave are mean. Here, let me give you some alchemical fire. Crafted it myself. Burn those spiders to a crisp. That will teach him for taking over my Fangberry cave. I also need a bucket of moon radishes. They're a rare and mysterious plant. I don't know where to find them, but I know that kobolds gather them and value them highly. It's not a huge deal, really. I'd do it myself if I were younger, but if you're willing, I'll pay you 3 potions for the berries and a purse full of coin for the radishes. Fucking sweet. Consider it, Bokken. The old man crosses his arms, clearly annoyed. Whatever. Anyway. That's gonna be it for tonight. It is late. Fangberry Cave. Thorn Ford. Brike River. Yep. There's a lot to explore here. It's a really big map, actually. But we'll probably continue tomorrow. So, until then, thanks for hanging. Have a good night. Bye-bye.